Hey, it's Jason Kochis. I am back with another inking video. This time I'm inking a page from Inuyasha, which is by the manga artist Rumiko Takahashi. Yeah, I found this image online. It looks like it was the rough sketch for a page, possibly an unused page. I'm not really sure. Here I am inking in the panel borders. Just a 2-panel page here. The 2 characters. Looks like Inuyasha on the left, and I think it's Kagome on the right. Yeah, starting with the eyes. Again, like doing that just because the ink is fresh on my brush. I'm going to want to make some really clean lines for the eyes. The video is definitely accelerated a little bit. I can't ink this fast. If you've been enjoying my videos, please like and subscribe. I also have a Patreon and a store on Etsy. You can support me that way. And other links to social media and things like that. You can find it in the description. Yeah, I didn't do too much research on how these characters look. Just sort of going off of what I can see in the pencils here. So if I do not get the costumes correct, I apologize. Please let me know in the comments. But yeah, just trying to improve upon what I see, make the cleanest lines I can, especially for his hair here. Because it's not going to be filled in with a dark color. Kind of like a tannish white color from what I remember. Just trying to make the cleanest lines I can. And very quick too, because this paper has a lot of tooth to it. It's just regular copy paper. So the ink kind of bleeds a little bit. So the quicker I can go with the brush, the cleaner the line's going to be, less jagged. And here I changed this part a little bit. It looked like it was a little asymmetrical, so I tried to make it as symmetrical as I could here. Added in a couple extra beads in between the bigger, looks like tooth shapes. And onto the second character on the right, again starting with the eyes. And it looks like this character is like tearing up or has some tears coming down. I did not do any research to see what this actually was based on or if it ever went into publication. So if you have seen that, please let me know. Give me a little link to that. That'd be cool. The emotions I feel like in the character's eyes and just the body language and the hair is definitely very sad. And again, very simple poses, but very effective. I like a lot of the emotion. I do kind of like inking some of these that have a little less detail so I can sort of, make it up or try to figure it out on my own. It's kind of what's happening here with the hands. I'm not really sure, what fingers are where, how they're overlapping, if they're, going interlocking in between each other. So it's just kind of a little bit of the fun and the practice of it all. Now her hair I'm going to fill in with black later on, so I'm not being too careful about the contour lines, the strands of her hair. Again, I'm doing this to practice. I want to get more familiar with using the brush when I ink my own manga-inspired comic book that I've been working on for a little bit now. And at this part, I'm freestyling a little bit of a highlight in her hair. A lot of the Rumiko's drawings do not have this, but I guess it's a little bit of my style that I'm putting into the drawing. Just finished up the eyebrow there. So now I'm going to go around and fill in the contours around, or fill in the areas around the contours of her hair. And this is accelerated a lot quicker than the other parts of the video. A little bit time-consuming, tedious part. I'm going around the edges or the contours of her hair, and then I'll come back in with a bigger brush, and that way I can be a little bit more messy and not so careful. I don't want to mess up the lines that I do have in place. With the bigger brush, I'll have a little less control. And here I got the bigger brush, and this is accelerated even faster just to make this video shorter. But when I'm putting in these dark areas, I heard someone describe this, that if you put the ink down or you make your strokes in the direction that the hair is going, it'll sell the idea of a little bit more. With this ink, you can definitely see the strokes that I'm making. So I thought that would be a good idea. And now I've got the Tombow brush pen out, and I'm going to go around and clean up certain areas of the drawing. Like I had said earlier, some of the lines were going down a little bit jagged just because of the paper quality. Maybe there wasn't enough ink on the brush. I like to go around and sharpen up some of the areas of the hair, just clean up some of the lines, trying to make them as clean as I can. Definitely, trying to get the hair to be as pointy as possible. Definitely do this in almost all of my drawings. And I find that the Tombow brush pen, can go over the India ink very well. I don't have any issues with that. I know a lot of artists use different, mediums and inks together to sort of create their artwork, their final art. I do like the brush technique a little bit better than just using the G pen or the brush pen by itself. I find that it looks a little more organic, a little more natural if I just use the India ink and a paintbrush. Here I'm going in and fixing some areas where I went a little bit too far with the black ink. And then back to a little bit more details with the Tombow brush pen. Hopefully you've been enjoying these videos. Try to put them out pretty regularly. And also, just for me to get more and more practice. A little bit more contour lines, a little thicker. Thinking about where I can clean up the drawing and make it a little bit better. Clean up her fingers. A little bit thicker outlines around it. And almost done here. Okay, and on the left here we have the original sketch, and on the right is my inked version. Hope you like it. If you do, please like and subscribe. Please consider joining my Patreon and supporting me that way. And I really appreciate it. See you next time.